So how do you calculate applied manufacturing overhead? Tyler?
PDOR times actual activity.
Oh, yeah, we've already done. That's not the one I want to do, though. Because I've now asked, you're now the third person I've asked that question. I've been keeping track. So I don't want to ask, how do you calculate applied manufacturing overhead? I want to calculate, how do you calculate a PDOR? I want to ask that question. How do you calculate a PDOR?
Estimated manufacturing overhead divided by estimated activity.
Estimated manufacturing overhead divided by estimated activity, right? Kylie, is that correct? Okay. Anything else I need to review from either the T accounts or manufacturing overhead? Where does over or under applied manufacturing overhead go? And then remember your question, I'll ask you to get that. Kristen, where does over or under applied manufacturing overhead go? Over or under applied manufacturing overhead, to which T account does it go? Anthony might know, because he's already talked. Huh? Cost of goods sold. Cost of goods sold. Make sure she wins.
She was falling asleep. You know all about that in your class.
Going over here, looking at my arrows, and she put her eraser in my.
Do you think that's what happened?
Yeah. It just.
You're a good liar, you. I don't probably believe you.
Are we good? Are we good?
Yeah,
Have we learned, have we reviewed everything? You could sit up, and then it'd make it a little more difficult for her to reach you.
But I like this. This is nice.
Are we good? Mike? Who's Mr. Let's keep this moving? Are we good? You know how to ace this? But you need to get to the point where this comes fairly quickly. You don't want to be having to think about it a whole lot. It should come fairly quickly, okay? More quickly than it has come to you in class today. Thank you. Yes, sir.
So weighted average is not going to be on the test then?
Oh, it absolutely is. We're not done yet. We're just done. This is just job order costing.
Okay.
This is just job order costing. You were getting excited? Well, no, with job order costing, because we still have 2 more methods to go. Yeah, let's do activity-based costing next. It was more, are we done with job order costing? Are we done with job order costing? Hopefully. Brett Williams. How would Perry Mason define activity-based costing? The case of many PDORs. You like that? Have you seen Perry Mason? Awesome. Awesome. She's seen it. Have you? Have you ever seen a show of Perry Mason? No. But Ekta has.
Right.
Okay. That's cool?
Yeah.
Awesome. You might have to. You should be able to find it pretty cheap, if not free, somewhere. Huh? It's online? Where online? That's pretty vague. That's a pretty big place anymore. On the CBS website for free. For free. Perry Mason. For free. You can watch TV for free. What else do we need to review about activity-based costing? How does activity-based costing differ from job order costing? Will, way number 1. Page 123. It's blank. You need to watch the video. Name number 1. Way number 1. Many PDORs and way number 2. Nicole? Some of the calculations will use actual information rather than estimated information. Okay? And so we did some examples in class. You did the case. Now, please recognize there are no case-specific questions on the test. Okay? There are no case-specific questions on the test. And so you can say, whew, about that. Okay, no case-specific. But nonetheless, there were homework problems. There are other problems in the handy handouts where many calculations are required. And and that's sort of a question I could ask on the test, okay? And so other than this, it's a fairly quick review, right? That's a conceptual definition, many PDORs, kind of how is it different from job order costing. And then other than that, you just got to make sure you know how to do it. So this review, the review of this does go fairly quickly, okay? And so Sarah, what's the last topic that we're going to review? Process costing. What was unique and interesting about process costing? JJ? You missed that day. Have you not watched the video? Are you gonna? Okay, please do. This is a delightful resource. You can take advantage of it. Because, I mean, do you have videos of all your other classes? Any of your other classes? Even one? This is a great resource, isn't it, Tony? It's a great resource. Take advantage. Rebecca.
Yes.
What's different about? What did I ask? I don't even remember what I asked anymore. What did I ask you, JJ? Do you remember? You remember the question?
Are you asking what's different about the?
What's different about process costing? We're now moving on to process costing. I think I now know what I'm fishing for, but it's a very poor. Costs are accumulated by department. That's a useful piece of information. Oh, did I draw some kind of a fence on the board, Evan? What kind of fence did I draw on the board? A picket fence. What did I use that picket fence to define, Chris? Equivalent units. What is the definition of an equivalent unit that I gave you, Alex?
I have written down as if all work was done on completed units, how many would have been done?
That's exactly correct. If all work had been on completed units, how many would have been done? And that's what the picket fence are. How many pickets would have been painted if all work had been done on completed pickets, Jackie? 3. 1, 2, 3, right? Okay. Chance, when we get into the more technical aspects of the calculation, how did we learn how to calculate? Well, one, you only have to know how to do which method. Oh, I'll come back to you, Chance. Heidi, which method do we have to know how to do? Have you watched the video? I know, but there are videos you can watch. Okay. Just so you know. Whitney?
Yeah.
What method do we have to know how to do? The weighted average method.
That's not there, that's there.
It's right, it says right there, weighted average.
Pointing at this.
No, weighted average. Weighted average method. So how do we calculate weighted average equivalent units? Chance?
By doing a percentage of
What are the labels? What I'm fishing for are the labels down the left side.
direct materials.
No. Now put your finger on the paper and go down. Down. There we are. Those 3 labels. How do we calculate weighted average equivalent units?
You have how many pieces went out.
Out plus
Ending inventory.
ending inventory. He had to think about what EI stood for. And then it adds up to what? Equivalent units. Okay, so it's just out plus ending inventory equals equivalent units. And what kind of an